Oh, perfect. I don't know how people do this. Okay, so I'm building the woodshed, and I figured this is a good time to experiment because it doesn't need to be a crazy awesome structure because it's not supporting people. It's just covering some wood that will be drying out. So on one post, I did the dry pour method. I've never done it before, but I've been seeing people the last handful of years pouring concrete that way. I don't know how I feel about it, to be truthful with you. Maybe I just don't have the technique down or something, but I don't know. And then on the other pole, I did it my normal traditional way. I still like that way a lot more, I think, because you can control the mixture of water to concrete. And you know you're getting a good mix. This one, you're kind of going in it, just kind of hoping for the best, I guess. Hoping that it mixes all right. So I guess we'll see. We'll see how it turns out, and we'll see what happens. It's one of the fun things about doing some of these projects here that don't require any, real, true crazy amounts of structural engineering or anything. As you get to experiment with different things like that. So if it fails and that post falls down and falls out, which I don't think it will, but if it does, then I just rebuild the structure. So, alrighty. So I only got the first 2 poles up. These are the front poles. I got to clear out some of those plum trees to get the back poles in. So I'll do that probably tomorrow or something. Now, in the meantime, I've got all this extra dirt right here, which is perfect because on the drive that goes around the back over there, I've got a little hole that I want to fill in. So I'll use some of that to go fill in that hole. Oh, hey, welcome back. What am I doing, you ask? Well, that's a great question. I have no idea what I'm doing. No, actually, what I'm doing is I'm starting on the ceiling. While the drywall is drying, I'm starting to put in these little furring strips right here because the idea is, as I have some of the, just a little bit, like an inch or inch and a half of the floor joist exposed on the ceiling underneath the lofts, I want to expose really as much of the rafters as I can. I think it's just such a cool look and it brings a lot of character out, you know, to the shed to cabin conversion. So what I'm doing is I'm shooting in these furring strips right here. And then I'm going to be putting the insulation in between. And then I've got 1/4 inch board that will be going on top of that. So that's what I'm doing. Trying to maximize as much headroom as I can up here while exposing these really cool rafters. You know, it would have been a lot easier to just, you know, throw some insulation up there and sheet over this and just cover everything. But I think you're losing a lot of character out of it then, you know, and I don't know, I think this is a pretty cool way to go about it. Try it and see how it turns out. So I got the new Galan's mini fridge in, and it's being powered up right now by my Bluetti AC200L, and I got an extra battery expansion, the B300K, that's the new one that they've got, upgrade from the cooler. Perfect. leaving about a 1-inch gap up here by the ridge just for airflow. The insulation is not going to go right up against the roof paneling. There's going to be a gap there for air. You'll see. Just stick around, follow along. All right, let's get the rest of these shot in, and then we're done with the sleeping loft area. And just got to do the rest of it. Warm up here, but it's kind of fun because I get to practice some of my primal movements while I'm working up here. So I'm using the 6, 8, 10 method to square this out because it's 8 foot by 6 foot. So the diagonal from that corner to this corner should be 10 feet. That's how you know that I've got a right angle. That's square. Check it out. So from over there to over here, bam, right to the center. I mean, technically it's a tiny bit off because it's a little bit in front of the pole, but it's all right. It's close enough. All right, got the 4 posts in for the woodshed, and I'm not even gonna check them. Hopefully they didn't move much and they're still square, or at least pretty close to square. I don't even wanna check them because if they're not, if they did move a little bit, I don't wanna know about it. So a little bit on the woodshed is I don't think I need a whole lot of wood because of the zone that I'm in. So I'm not gonna be burning it, you know, all winter long. Pretty much maybe January, a little bit of December, maybe a little bit of February, but really just at night. I won't really have to burn much wood during the day. Because even in January, our coldest month, the days get up into the 50s, 60s, and the sun is really powerful, and it heats everything up. So I know it's gonna get really warm in there in the cabin during those days. But I do wanna cook with it, with the firewood as well. But if I need more, then I've got extra space. I could always add on another 8 foot by 6 feet deep section. And it's gonna be about 8 feet tall, 7 or 8 feet tall, at least on this side, and then the other side will drop down. Probably do some water catchment on the back of it. And then over here on this side, I'm thinking about adding like a little 4 foot section. I might have to move the compost down just a little bit And then that's where I'll house all my axes and all that, because then right across the way here, this will be the wood splitting station right over here. And then behind it in the future over here is where the workshop's going to go, and the sawmill and all that stuff. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned, because lots happening here.